Well, Dr. Kissinger is one of the most outstanding strategists I have ever seen in my life, and this was Dr. Kissinger at his best. After the initial mistakes we made about whether this was going to be a conflict or not, he managed the process brilliantly and led the other senior members of the cabinet of the NSC skillfully. He operated both with the Egyptians and the Israelis very skillfully, very deftly, and with the Soviet Union, and indeed went to Moscow at the time of the first ceasefire to work out what could happen. And
because in retrospect, it seems like a good diplomatic, a masterstroke, some people tend to see it as a conspiracy, as some cabal by Kissinger, Golda Meir, or Moshe Dayan, and Anwar Sadat to have a small war, to shed some blood, to cross the psychological threshold, and then go for a political process.
it was very skillfully done, and some could, and maybe did come to conclusions that this was a conspiracy. It was not. It was not. It was very, I can tell you, these were real, with people with real aims and goals, and they were not this, let's maneuver the chessboard this way. There were some very tense moments on everybody's side, and it worked out very, very well, but it could have been a disaster from a number of perspectives.
Was Anwar Sadat a strategist? You underestimated it first, but then came to like and respect?
Oh yes, very much so. Anwar Sadat turned out to be have a deep sense of strategy as well, and he turned out to want to deal with this problem and if you will, move the ball forward. But it takes quite a strategist to determine you have to make a small war in order to avoid maybe a bigger war. And that's very unusual thinking.
You were in the meetings that Golda Meir had with Nixon and Kissinger when she came to Washington. What was your sense of Golda Meir as a leader, following the mistake she made in not doing enough to avoid a war and in not seeing the war coming?
I didn't really get to know Golda Meir well, but I was in the meetings with her when she came to the United States. She struck me as a very strong woman, very strong, very decisive, very positive, would listen to arguments, but not someone who was looking for guidance. Much more on the delivery side.
Moshe Dayan?
Very smart, very able.
Dayan was?
Moshe Dayan was very smart, very capable. And of course Simcha Dinitz was I thought, just brilliant, agile, always could understand exactly where you were going before you had even finished your sentences.
When